Hey my people, we're back again on the Chop Show. My name is Ife and you're watching Gusto TV Africa. Did you know that if you eat too much or drink too much, you are going to put on some weight? This is because the excess energy from the food you have eaten is stored as fat. More so, if you eat too little or drink too little, you are going to lose about some weight. So you think about it. That leads us to the main point of the show today. I'll be telling you guys 9 tips on eating healthy. So now to number 1. Make sure your food is based on carbohydrates. Carbohydrates that has high amounts of fiber, such as potato, your bread, your pasta, your rice, cereals, and so on. This is because carbohydrates digest easily. Like, digestion of carbohydrates starts from your mouth. As soon as you chew the food, digestion starts straight. Immediately it comes in contact with saliva. So this helps your food to break down in a quick time and you get your energy directly. Some people think carbohydrate actually makes them become obese or put on a lot of weight, but I tell you, you're wrong. Carbohydrate is digested very easily and it has little to minimum amount of calories compared to fatty foods or proteinous food. So make sure your food is based on carbohydrates. And to number 2, eat more of fruits and vegetables. There's a popular saying that an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but then you shouldn't base your fruit and vegetable on apple only. No, there are oranges, pineapple, banana, a whole lot of fruits and vegetables that you can, consume daily. Try to eat at least 5 varieties of fruit or vegetable. It could be fresh fruits or vegetables, it could be canned, it could be frozen, it could be any form. Just make sure you have at least 5 varieties of fruits and vegetables. Eat more of fish than beef, and that is the 3rd tip. People that know me know that I rarely eat beef. I like fish a lot. This is because fish has more protein than beef, more vitamins than beef, more minerals than beef. That's like 3 nutrients from about 6. What else am I looking for? Abeg, beef go dey alright. Eat fish, my people. Fish gives you much more than you require from what you get from beef. So why waste your time on beef? Eat fish, abeg. To the 4th tip, I want you to try as much as you can to cut down on saturated fats. Saturated fats are gotten from cheese, butter, lads, cakes, biscuits, and so on. These saturated fats are actually not so good for you because too much of saturated fat increases the amount of cholesterol in the blood. If you've been following the show, you can remember that I talked about cholesterol in the previous episode of the watermelon and its benefits. This cholesterol actually, too much of cholesterol in the blood increases the rate of heart diseases. So I beg you, please reduce the intake of saturated fats. It is not like you're taking them directly, but you are getting them from these foods that I've mentioned earlier. So watch your food to stay healthy. The 5th tip, cut down on sugar intake. I have to repeat it, cut down on sugar intake. A lot of us, including myself, we take sugar like all the time, I tell you. Because we feel that, sugar gives me energy and all of those things. But then, it increases the rate of obesity. It even damages your teeth. It leads to tooth decay. So I want you to, as much as you can, reduce the amount of processed sugar that you take. Rather, consume natural sugar gotten naturally from food. And now to number 6 tip, eat less salt. Research has revealed that consumption of too much salt increases the blood pressure. And people with high blood pressure may likely have heart diseases or stroke. I'm sure you don't want to have any of that. So I want you to try in all ways you can to reduce the intake of your salt. Eat less salt. And to the 7th tip, get active and ensure you have a healthy weight. Getting active means involving yourself in exercises that keeps your body in good shape and helps your total well-being. Measuring your BMI, this has to do with your weight, because you have to ensure that your weight and your height are in the right proportion. There's a scale to check your BMI, which means body mass index. So for you to get your BMI, you divide your weight by your height. That helps you to tell if you are overweight or underweight. The second to the last tip, do not get thirsty. Never get thirsty. Try as much as you can to drink between 6 to 8 glasses of water every day, because this helps you from getting dehydrated. And finally, to the last tip for today, don't ever skip breakfast. People actually think that because they skip breakfast, they're not going to add weight, or they're not going to get fat, or they're not going to... You're deceiving yourself. Breakfast is actually the major meal that you must eat every day. Like, that's the most important meal actually. Yeah, it is the most important meal that you must eat. So do not skip breakfast again. If you skip breakfast, rewind your day and go back to the morning in lighter notes. Try not to skip breakfast. So we've come to the end of season 1 of the Chop Show on Gusto TV. It's been 10 amazing weeks with you guys. Thank you guys for sticking around. You know, the first episode we started with how to take conflicts, and we moved on to all of those, those things. But then we moved to the serious part where we get to inform ourselves, educate ourselves about things we need to know about food and the benefits of certain food and things we actually do not know, but now that we know. So moving on to the next season, which is coming soon to you guys. It promises to be mind-blowing, informative. We'll have guests coming on the show to tell you guys about benefits of food, how you can process your food, a lot of things that you actually do not even take importance in regards to food. Basically, the show is about food.